I feel that by default, and I'm not pointing any fingers at one particular thing or one particular reason, I think that by default we've lost somehow the connectivity between our youth, and I think a lot of it has to do with community. A lot of it has to do with home and school and community and the village mentality. I think we're in a time where it's every man for himself. And I think that that's where we've lost our youth. And so we need to bring them back in. We need to bring them back into the social fabric. And we need to also, incorporate them in politics and what happens in your country. Because every day that you live, you're a day older to being on your own and being an adult. So how are you going to be a leader, a change agent for your own country if you're not even, a part of it? So I think, yeah, definitely, that is a very important thing that every single person should be thinking about. How do we prepare our youth for tomorrow? For literacy, I think that we need to basically deploy literacy specialists. As opposed to spending a lot of money on buildings, spending a lot of money on pretty doors and pretty walls that we walk into and wow, this is my school, great. I think we need to now stop spending that money and start spending it on specialists, spending it on free tutoring, spending it on programs that will integrate our children, that will prepare our children, equip them with the tools that they need. If they don't know how to read or write, let's get people to teach them how to read or write. So that's some of the things, for sure. I mean, in terms of employment, I think we need to start auditing our unemployed list of people to see what are their qualifications of the ones that are not employed. What are some of the issues? What are some of the areas that we could use more employment of our locals, and how can we start vocationally training them, or how can we get the interest, the things that they're interested in versus the skills that they have, how can we now put that together and create opportunities and create jobs for the unemployed? Yeah, that's a great question. People are always asking, what ministry would you want? I mean, I personally think, would I want a ministry? But I do think that education, for sure, and I think that education and community affairs or social affairs are connected. So more than likely, that's probably the area that I'd be very strong in, because I definitely believe that I have a lot to offer in those areas, for sure. Yes, absolutely. I think by year 3, students should know how to read, period. I think by year 3, that's when you should know how to read. And so if we have year 3 students that do not know how to read, we need to get on that right away. I think if we have year 11, I think it's year 11 graduating class, and you do not know how to read, we need to get on that right away. We cannot send these people out into the world without the basics. We are setting them up to fail. And so it's going to affect us all eventually. We're going to get paid back. Might not be today, but it will be one day. So we want to ensure our future. We want to invest in our future by ensuring that we're equipping people with the basic skills of survival and honesty, and honest survival. Your future is in your hands. It came to me one night that May 24th, it's up to you. It's up to you. Your future is in your hands. So it's up to you to see what has been done the last 4 years, the last 8 years, the last 16 years, and you do the math. And then you make an informed decision about where you think you should go, because your future is in your hands. So yeah, I love that. I think it gives a responsibility to the voter. It's not about the story I'm going to paint for you, the story I'm going to tell you. It's not about the story that the people are going to tell you that have been in for the last 8 years, 4 years, 16 years. They've already painted the picture. They've already told the story. Now it's time for you to do the math, and you make the decision, because it's your future. You know, I never thought of it like that. I never thought about the clear choice meaning that I'm transparent, but yes, definitely. But I think the clear choice for me is I'm the clear choice. I mean, you've known me for 20 years. Every single person has known me for some reason or the other in the Cayman Islands. They've known my integrity. They've known my life. They've seen me on different fronts. They've seen me work for empowerment of women and children and families. I've been a community person. They've seen me. They know me. I'm the clear choice to advocate for every single person in the Cayman Islands if I'm chosen.